In 1998, 10,500 workers at the massive Eastfield factory watched as their entire industrial empire faced immediate execution. The decision to dismantle the Peterborough complex came from within their own corporate headquarters at Varity Corporation. For decades, these floors poured heavy iron for the engines that formed the mechanical backbone of the modern global economy. This crisis exposed the reality of the physical economy. Even the most reliable machines can be held hostage by the forces of financial extraction. The origin of that engineering traces back to a derelict ironworks in 1932. Here, an introverted mechanical genius named Charles Chapman, working with Frank Perkins, hand-cranked a prototype known as the Vixen. At the time, pushing a heavy diesel engine to reach 4,000 revolutions per minute was widely considered a thermodynamic impossibility. Chapman bypassed these physical limits by inventing the Aeroflow system. He designed a pre-combustion chamber forcing air into a high-pressure vortex. The Pintaux injector sprayed atomized fuel into the swirl, igniting and pushing a flame front into the cylinder within 1,000 of a second. This thermodynamic victory established the high-speed diesel as a viable, lightweight alternative to the petrol engine for industrial use. This era saw the arrival of the 4.236, a 3.8-liter unit that utilized direct injection. Meeting global demand required thousands of workers maneuvering tons of raw iron through synchronized assembly lines to cast and machine the heavy blocks. The 4.236 succeeded because of its field serviceability and its capacity to operate in the world's most punishing environments. It became the standard power plant for the Massey Ferguson 135 tractor, a machine so reliable it is still used globally over half a century later. With millions of units produced, Perkins became the primary mechanical source for the global agricultural and industrial sectors. The first major vulnerability appeared in the mid-1960s with the V8.510, an 8.36-liter engine rushed to market to challenge heavy-duty competitors. The design suffered from uneven cooling, resulting in cracked cylinder sleeves and mechanical vibration that could destroy the engine block. This moment of mechanical weakness allowed the Varity Corporation to hijack the profitable firm to service the debts of its failing Canadian parent company. Under CEO Victor Rice, R&D funding was intentionally starved. Management used the revenue from Peterborough to siphon cash toward external corporate obligations. If you believe that engineering history deserves to be protected from corporate erasure, please subscribe to the channel. The engineers who built the company were now trapped within a corporate superstructure that prioritized financial extraction over mechanical integrity. The extraction eventually shifted from the production lines to a deliberate deception regarding employee pension plans. Varity executives convinced thousands of workers to transfer their pensions into a new subsidiary that management secretly intended to let fail. When the subsidiary collapsed, the creators of the Perkins legacy watched their life savings evaporate to balance a corporate ledger. This maneuver triggered a legal battle that reached the United States Supreme Court in the landmark case Varity Corporation versus Howe. The court determined that lying to employees about their benefits was a breach of fiduciary duty, setting a permanent precedent in corporate law. The focus of the corporate leadership had shifted from the precision of engineering to the financial manipulation of its own people. In 1998, the workforce braced for a final round of asset stripping following the acquisition by American titan Caterpillar. Caterpillar arrived to provide the capital required to modernize the plant and secure the future of the Perkins engine line. This reversal vindicated the original motto carved above the factory doors in 1947, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Perkins survived because the thermodynamic reality of its engines was too valuable to the world to be erased. Perkins survived, but just a few hours north, another legendary engine maker made one arrogant, fatal mistake that erased them.